I'm Chandra Pepper.
I'm Jane Watson.
And today we're talking about laziness and procrastination. And are we really lazy, or
are we just dealing with some emotional blocks about that and worthiness issues?
Which we are. So, enjoy this episode of The Sage Stage. Hey, welcome to another episode. We're going to try something new today. I'm going to surprise Jane.
I have no idea.
With a question, because we've discovered that we talk about what we're going to talk about before we record, and then once we record, we're not very good.
Well, we're not saying new things.
Yeah, we're not good, but yeah, you know,
we're trying to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
So what's your question, Chandra?
So Jane, I was having a shower this morning and I was beating myself up about the multiple things, I need to do in my life, as one does when you're standing naked with water running over you. And I was thinking, I was beating myself up for being lazy and or procrastinating. And then I had this thought where I said, what is laziness and procrastination? Like, is it actual laziness, or is it a fear of blank, or a blockage of ... Or because I think about where I consider myself lazy.
I'm sorry, I'm still stuck on the fact that you think yourself as lazy when I think about all the shit you do in a week, between running back and forth from a property that you manage, to running back and forth to multiple cities to teach classes, to running meditation workshops, to planning a wedding. I'm kind of like, and I'm sure I'm missing something. I'm kind of flabbergasted that you have those moments still where you go, I feel lazy. Maybe you don't have a good relationship with rest.
Well, I didn't want you to therapyize me.
I didn't mean to.
This wasn't going to be that. This was not the topic.
I was stuck on, okay, so the question, tell me the question again.
I am that makes me laugh so hard. Okay. My question is, I do know I'm not lazy, but you have these oh my God, why can't I get my ass in gear? And, if I was only, I'm thinking for me, everyone else will have their lazy, in quotation, times of their life, right? Mine is, I cannot for the life of me find the gumption, however it is, laziness, procrastination. I cannot find the gumption or energy to get a healthy exercise routine. Yeah. And I go, am I lazy? Like, Chandra, what is it that's stopping you? Yes, I have body conditions, but I could find exercises and routines that would work with my shit.
Right.
But
so you're wondering, what is it that's genuinely stopping you here?
I fucking save every workout video. Try this recipe.
So many
also, the other thing is, the other thing is, I don't have a healthy relationship with my oven.
Me neither.
It's
but for different reasons.
Oh, come on, you
no,
cook
my
everything.
Oven just is not working. That's
okay. No. I just don't like to work with my oven.
Okay.
But I don't know why. I can. I know in the kitchen it's a blockage for me because my mom's a great cook. My sister's a great cook. I was in a marriage where I was told I wasn't a great cook. So, or if something was cooked, it wasn't proper. Bless you.
Oh my God.
And again, bless you.
Oh my God, I'm sorry.
That's okay. But do you know what I mean? So I know my issue is in the kitchen and I'm working through it. But this exercise, and I was talking to a girlfriend a couple days ago. Maybe they're connected. But also, to me, if I'm having fun doing something, I can do it forever.
Mm-hmm.
I used to have exercise was just kind of worked into my daily routine because it was kind of my work. I taught a dance warm up at least 3 times a week, sometimes every day in the summer. That was just because I was teaching kids day programming, and that we started with a 20-minute dance warm up. Yes, I can teach dance.
Yes, you can.
You may not think it to look at me now, but
stop.
I once did. But no, but that's what I mean. And now I know all the exercises I could be doing. I know what would be good for my body. I know it all in my head.
I know.
What is stopping me from doing it? Do I feel Like, and I'm not just talking me. So we're going to use me or you as an
I'm
example,
in the same
but
boat. I'm in the
all
same
women
boat.
out there and men out there too. I mean, even Rich will say, God, I feel so good when I do this. Why am I not doing it? What makes us stop? It's almost like, why is dark easier to live in than light? Why is depression easier to live with than positivity?
Okay.
Like I mean, now I'm down a whole other rabbit hole, but I was sitting there going, am I lazy or what is stopping me?
Okay, so there is a connection there between, we talked a bit before about happiness being an active pursuit, and health is an
think that was the
active
last episode.
pursuit. Yeah, so I think there's similarities there. It is easier to be in this in between of making non-decisions than it is to actually make a decision and a commitment, right? Even it's
so weird though.
It's so weird. But that's the thing with people who sit in a state of kind of meh their whole life. Their marriage is meh, their job is meh, their relationship to their body is
meh. Oh my God,
meh.
there goes my brain. My name is my sign is no. Do you remember that? It was a Meg Trainor song. It's a fantastic song.
No, I don't.
Sorry, I'll play it for you afterwards. Oopsie. There's my squirrel.
Squirrel. And my point though is that to get out of a life of meh, you actually have to take responsibility for the fact that it matters enough to you. It matters to you.
When you said you have to take responsibility, my whole body went,
yes.
Because I do know I have a thing with responsibility.
Sure.
Because if I take responsibility and I don't follow through, then I failed someone. And in this case, I guess it's who am I failing?
Yourself.
Just myself.
Yeah, it's very easy to fail ourselves, right?
Yeah.
This podcast wouldn't happen if it was mine, because I would have let myself down by now. I would have gone.
Oh, me too.
And I actually wrote this in my Substack the other day, is that I had this moment of like, why the fuck am I doing this? Like, no one's reading it. It's a lot of effort. I'm putting a lot of pressure on myself. And then I made a little note and I said, I'm doing it for the little girl in me.
Yeah.
I'm doing it for her, and I don't want to let her down. So when I can kind of make that responsibility towards that person outside of me, it's almost easier.
Right.
And I can still have compassion for myself right now and go, last week, for example, it's the second time since September, I didn't get something out during the week. And I was really like starting to give myself like stomach pains about it. And I was like, hey, when I get to that point, then I need to give myself a little grace and go, okay, and own the fact that I'm going to have to let it go this week. Doesn't mean I let it go forever now.
Exactly.
I've let myself go, okay, last week it's not happening. And now it's the same thing with the workout. I tend to do workout great for about 8 weeks. And then I miss one or two.
Me. I'm like 2 weeks.
I'm talking about 20 minutes a day kind of stuff.
I'm talking 10.
Right. And then I miss one or two, and then I let's go, oh, well, that's it. All done. It's like, it's an ongoing commitment to that relationship to yourself to go, you know what? I love myself enough that it's okay that I didn't do it today or tomorrow, and I'm going to come back to it. But I can say it all, Chandra, but I don't do it.
I say, it's always like, do as I say, not as I do. 'Cause I'm really great at saying all the right things.
Yeah.
When I used to go to therapy before I left my marriage, I'd be like, why haven't I left? I'm saying all the right things. I know I'm supposed to be strong. I know I'm okay, and I know I can live for me, but I couldn't do it. And you had to get over that block. Well, I did a hypnotherapy and all my energy work. That's when I released all those blockages.
I wonder if this is similar.
I do know. I mean, I know for me, yes, there is that. I do have an ongoing myself. I have an ongoing theme of responsibility, letting people down, not wanting to get hurt, not wanting to put,
and if you don't actually put yourself out there, there's no one to let down.
And there's no one to come at you.
Exactly.
That's
and I think that's
shit.
why everybody stays in meh, because they don't want to be responsible to themselves or to someone else, right? Because then, you have the possibility of letting them down. It's the difference, again, between being in the arena and being in the stands, right? It takes a lot more courage in the arena.
I'm such a great volleyball player in the stands.
Right, exactly.
I know all the rules. I look at it and go, but you put me on that court, the ball hits me in the face, and I'm like, oh, sorry, guys, I'm a loser.
No, it was.
Because my body can't do it.
I keep saying this to myself. I would rather fail in the stands than fail in the arena than be in the stands. And I keep telling myself that over and over again. So my Substacks are, they are what they are, and some of them, are not good.
I love them.
And
when I read them, I love them. And I don't get to them every week.
No, I don't expect you to.
Yeah, but they're so well written.
Well, thanks, but I'm struggling. And here too, it's like I'm like, okay, last week after our podcast, I don't even know if I told you, I had complete like panic attack about, oh my God, why are we doing this? Oh my God, what are we doing? What are we doing? Oh my God, why, what if it actually does take off and people really think we're fucking idiots, right? Like I had that whole, like,
there's no such thing as bad publicity.
Oh my God. But I just got overtaken by that fear of looking dumb because, you know what, there's so many people around me who have what I would consider important jobs. And I'm like, I had this whole thing going through me, but I'm not doing anything important. I'm not, I'm not serious.
Yeah.
I'm not a serious person. Don't take me serious. Like I went through this entire thing and I kind of went, what is it about, my sense of self-worth that I constantly look at those people who have serious jobs with serious titles and go, I'm not worthy because I don't have a serious like title or a serious responsibility where, there's 25 people reporting to me or $1 million budget that I'm managing. If I don't have those things, somehow I'm not worthy of being considered a serious individual. That's it right now. And I don't consider myself a serious individual right now. And that's my problem. And it's probably also hooked to why I don't make these commitments to myself because I'm not worthy of them. And that's fucking still an ongoing thing with me. And I'm kind of,
I know. And so even though we're at this level and at this stage and like we support each other. And I mean, I'm listening to you going, oy vey, honey, like you are one of the smartest. And I would say like your experience, everything makes you worthy of anything you ever want to do, say, or go where you want to go. But I have the same. I'm like, who am I to do what I do? Who am I to say, give an energy treatment? Who am I to, I mean, it's weird. Theater I can teach and I go, yeah, I know my shit.
Exactly.
It's so weird that in that
realm,
arena, I am like, I know what I'm talking about.
And when you go to rehearsal, you rehearse hard and you work the time wisely. We could just do that going to the gym. Like, why there's a disconnect here between what we consider ourselves good at and what we're worthy of putting our time into.
But also, like I said, theater to me is fun. Some people would hate
we need to
that.
make this
I don't find the gym working out is gross.
We need to
dancing is fun.
Yes.
So I can do a dance warm up because I've got all these little kids in front of me and I've done it for adults, but and I'm having fun with them. Like there's an energy. That's why I like theater over any kind of recorded film, TV thing. There's an energy exchange. I'm giving it, but I'm also receiving it.
Right.
Like a good relationship, you got to give and receive.
Of course. I think that the workout needs to be, then we need to find a fun workout. And I think for us, it might be like dancing. We might need to actually just dance our little hearts out.
Workout buddies.
Yeah. And put on music. And you know what? If I danced with wrist weights and ankle weights, I'd probably get a kick-ass workout.
Yeah, true. Yes. I need to work out my stomach too. So
We'd have to do that too.
But I mean, as long as that aren't planking. The fuck are those?
Oh, I don't
planking. What is my daughter? What are those Russian? What are those things where you? I don't know. During COVID, Hannah, because she was still in high school and she had they were doing it online and they had she was in a gym one. She made me do her. They had to do these things, and I remember screaming, "What hell is this? What the hell are you making me do?" They were both laughing at me. Kara's on the couch, Hannah's going, "Come on, Mom!" I'm like, "This is the worst thing you've ever made me do in my life." Yeah,
and it was planking.
No, it was some kind of, I was on the floor twisting and then hold it. And then and then I'd go to planking and then there'd be a burpee, whatever the hell that is. And then I'd go back to these twist things. And it was this, and I just was dying. But you know what? My daughter looks good.
Yeah, I bet she does. I bet she's probably has a good relationship with the exercise.
Both my kids have learned from their dad. Like their dad is, he likes gym. He's like me too. He'd procrastinate and we would all, we'd go down that, and we haven't worked out in a while. But he does do gyms and he was always like a sport, he's still, I guess, I don't know, sport, like involved in sports. And then my kids seem to have taken that more than me, where I find joy in dancing. Both my kids took dancing, but that didn't bring them joy the way volleyball and horseback riding and going to the gym and running. Like they both like to run. I'm like, I'd rather be shot in the eye. Like
I did running. I actually joined the cross country running team when I was in high school for a boy. And
well, you do anything for a boy. Oh my God,
but it was the worst because I knew nothing. I showed up for this cross country. Yeah, it's except that like the first day I went, they just said, okay, we're going to go. And we started running. Yeah. And we ran for, an hour and a half straight.
What?
And
did you die?
I had 17 blisters on my feet the next day because the running shoes I was wearing were not running shoes. I couldn't walk. I could not walk. I was so mortified. And then, of course, 3 days later, supposed to show up again. And I'm like taping my feet.
Did you show up again?
I showed up again.
Did you get the boy?
Because I'm stubborn.
Did you get the boy?
Yes, he was already my boyfriend, but I wanted to be doing whatever he was. See, I look back at myself at that age and I go, I was so concerned about being a part of their life.
And not making them be a part of
to the same degree.
100%. The things
I became a groupie for my boy in the band guy. I became a cross country runner for the boy that was a cross country runner. Yeah. I honestly, it was an ongoing.
I did a career change.
Oh my God.
For mine. Well, I was in theater school, and I knew I wanted to get married. I wanted to have kids, and I did. He never said, to give him fair credit, he never said no, don't do that. Mm-hmm. We started dating while I was in theater school and everything, but I went from there to early childhood education. And I kind of was like, probably, to be honest, because I thought I can't get married to him and have a life in theater.
Oh, no.
And so, I mean, I don't regret. I love that I have that training. It's brought me so much,
right? But
much skill. But I made there was a little bit in me already going, oh my God, it's such a slog. Like I looked at my friends who had already graduated and people I know in professional, and it's a constant.
Canada,
and I went,
it's hard.
It's so hard.
And
it back then in the 80s, 90s, it was a little backstabby. Mm. It kind of was. I mean, it might be now. It wasn't backstabby, but you always, wasn't like you were saying, oh, don't hire her, she's trash. But like, look at me, I'm so much better. And it was so much schmoozing. And
it was an in club too. Like
it was an in club. And I've never been fans of clubs.
Well, no,
I've never done it. So I was already kind of doing the, oh my God, is this going to be fun anymore?
Right.
So and then when I met him and dated him, it kind of was like you know what, I'm going to envelop this lifestyle, which quickly realized as soon as I had kids, like, 4 or 5 years later, I was like, no, I really am not this person. I love it. I love kids.
Yes,
I love working.
I love being a mother and all that, but I gave up a core essential part of myself.
Yeah, me too. And then when I tried to reintroduce that into my life, then I had kickback.
And you know what, though, I convinced myself that I was doing those things because I was discovering myself. And there's something there.
Doing what things? Say
like
what
when
things.
I mean, see, it was different for me because I married another actor.
Right. So it was.
But I did change my jobs to suit his schedule. I did, a lot of those kinds of things. But I think, honestly, too, I would say that I was probably a little more. I made really clear decisions about when I had kids, and it was actually, we were married 5 years before we had kids.
Yeah,
and it was actually John who was like, "We should probably think about having kids now." And I was like, "Really?
Really?"
And he was
Babies?
like, "Yeah, I think we should probably think about it," because I had endometriosis, right? And so there was a very distinct possibility that I would have difficulty. Yeah, and we didn't know. We could end up on a 10-year cycle to have one.
Yeah.
Didn't have a problem. We got pregnant right away, which was great, and I had no regrets. It was not on my mind. It was like I think if there was a part of me that was afraid that we couldn't, and so I kind of had tamped down the entire thing,
right?
So that when he said maybe we should start trying, I was like, something in me just went, okay, I was scared.
And maybe kids were like you were procrastinating.
But I was like,
because you were scared.
Also, too, I think inside there was a part of me that knew, just from the way I showed up as a kid, that once I was pregnant, I the fierceness of the love and like it would overtake me, and it did. Like it was been my entire identity, which is why actually right now, I know we're not answering the original question, but this came up really powerfully for me this week. That's why, like. I kind of put it off, but this week I really got hit with the the empty nest thing.
Well, because I think your kids are now like, it's now almost official.
And I miss them.
Yeah.
And I realized how much of my identity was tied up in taking care of them and being there for them. And now I'm like, whew, and I'm grateful to have this podcast because it's definitely forcing me to explore, okay, what next, Jane?
What's my life after being a mom?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And it's like it's for their benefit that I figure it out because, I see those parents who never let go of being mom and dad and depending on their children to give them purpose and identity. And I'm like, whew, that's a lot for a kid to carry. So I don't want to do that.
Yeah.
It's a big shift, man, like bigger than I thought it would be.
Yeah. I learned from my sister-in-law while I was still married. And that was one of the things I thought not to propel me to get out of the marriage, but to kind of go, I need to teach my girls it's okay to live a life for you and still be a mom and still be a member, because she got such kickback. Like she opened, she was just a woman who liked to be busy. She loves her children. She loved being a mom, but she was like a farmer's wife. And there's that expectation of you just sit at home but this woman was smart. Like she wanted to do things. So she started a youth group. Like she spearheaded this whole youth center for things. And then she opened a coffee shop, which was like the best coffee shop at Alliston. And it would have kept going, but rent and landlords. And then she went back to school and she became a therapist. Her specialty is addiction.
Wow.
And the woman, but she did this all with, people saying, well, what about your kids? And are you being a good mom? And but man. I was like, I always thought, good for her. Like I was so
we've come a long way, man.
Of her.
We don't do that to people anymore.
We
don't do that to women. Like,
this wasn't
can
that
you
long
be a
ago.
good mom?
She's our age.
Oh, I know.
She's only I think 3 years older than me.
Holy shit.
I guess but I'm sorry,
Dutch.
Longer. No, Dutch.
Okay.
Sorry, Dutch Christian Reform.
Okay, well, that has something to do with it.
Yeah, there's a church. Anywho, but but she's living this great life, and her kids are now, both daughters are working and they're both now moms. And I would get a lot of flack for going out at night and being in a show, which was community theater, after I'd done all my stuff that I needed to during the day from my ex. But
you see, that's where we were different. John was like, go baby, go. Because he knew that I needed it for myself.
Well, I mean, one of the biggest things that I am super proud of is when I left my marriage, I sustained a household on being a self-employed theater professional. I mean, awesome. Sure, I bartended, sure.
But you made the life work. Like, good on you.
I did it. Like, did I become famous? No, but no. I honestly, I think my
becoming
bills.
Famous is way overrated.
I never wanted to be famous.
I mean,
but you know what? That's something I never did in the marriage, not only because there was pushback and maybe I wasn't strong enough or blah, blah, blah. I could go a million reasons, but there was also this fear, this procrastination where I would go, or also laziness of, I'm not getting my resume out, or no, I didn't get that audition notice out there. No, there's always been, but if I look at it, are all these things just, what's the fear?
Yes.
Not looking at, or now realizing that you are heading into your empty nest era.
Yeah.
But you didn't really look at it until it kind of hit you in the face.
Yeah, I definitely, because my kids didn't leave just yesterday. They left like a year and a half ago. My last one left a year and a half ago, and there's been a slow progression as they have left.
But now that they're living somewhere else and taking jobs somewhere else. And for my body, I mean, it's not till I have hit this where everything hurts. And I'm like, I have never in my life, even when I was pregnant and after having babies, been this out of shape. Right. But it was a slow, I mean, I wasn't looking at it. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I'll get it back. I'll get it back. Oh, blah, 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 blah.
For you, man.
Oh, it's menopause. Oh, it'll come back. But I'm like, I have to actually work on it or I'm going to lose it. Mm-hmm. And why do we wait? Like, why do we, everybody out there, why do we wait until it hits you in the face till you go, oh yeah, the doctor says you have 2 weeks left to live. Oh, I should have done this a while ago. Hopefully I don't get that.
No,
but you know what I mean.
I do. And I think it's funny, like the concept of self-worth comes into this. And it's funny, self-worth is not like a general blanket of like, I have self-worth or I don't. I have self-worth around certain areas of my life and other areas where I don't feel worthy. And I'm still working on those ones. And one of the ones is like, I have friends who absolutely guard their time for working out. It is sacrosanct.
Oh, me
they
too.
are like, absolutely, like, this is for me. This is a boundary. This is, and
it makes them feel good. They've
they know
got
it, and they're like,
and schedule.
exactly. And I look at that and I go, that's fucking awesome. And the problem is that, I mean, they've created, it's habits, right? We're going to go back to habits. It's habit from, we're not at habits. Hey, but we're getting there. Like, what is this one? Like 20
this
some
will
odd?
be 25 or 6.
Like,
this is going to be 25 or 6.
That's pretty good, right? So, but again, we're doing it because
we have each other.
And it's fun. Like, this is fun. It's work, though. So how do we translate that into, maybe we just have to start working out together?
Maybe. And I did try working out with a girlfriend. I would go into her basement because she is a workout queen.
Oh, wow.
And she's so great. And
so
I
happened?
I broke my toe.
Oh,
and I couldn't, because I would just do the bike and she would walk. And the only reason it was fun for me is because it was with her, because if it was by myself, I would have shot myself in the head.
Right.
Like, I keep going, well, maybe if I get a treadmill where I can watch TV, I'm like, I'm not going to do that. I have a yoga mat rolled up underneath the couch thinking, I'll do sit-ups and stuff while I'm watching TV. Nah, not going to do that.
I know.
But
I think it needs to be, I mean, people talk about stacking habits. So you do that while you're doing something else. So the concept of doing it while you're watching a YouTube channel or while you're doing something is great. It's just about starting, right?
Well, this is what I do. I'm like, well, I don't want to get in Rich's way while he's on the couch.
Nice try.
I wouldn't want to disturb his TV.
Try.
As if he wouldn't love watching my ass being bent over all the time. I know he would. I would turn around and he'd be like, hi, baby. I know. But that's, but then I go, nah, my vagina hurts. I'm in menopause. When I was 10, 15 years ago, I would have done it on purpose going, are you ready now, honey?
Come on, foreplay.
That would be foreplay. Yeah.
Oh my God.
Poor Rich.
No, we need to figure out, detach the, and so I look, it's funny too, but there's a weird thing that happens to me when I have those people in my life. They're like, oh, I gotta go, I can't meet at that time, that's when I'm working out. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Like,
I know, I'll change
I'm
anything
like,
for a good time. I'm like, I don't need to. Yeah,
you're canceling plans with me because you forgot that you're working out. I'm like, what's wrong with you? Like, that's something we have to get to. Like, we're not making it a priority, and we know we need to, because our 90-year-old selves are going, ladies, you need to start.
Our 90-year-old selves are in wheelchairs going, you should have taken care of this years ago.
Bitch, I wouldn't be in this if you had done your job. So my 90-year-old self is like yelling at me right now going, you need to get your ass in gear. My 90-year-old self
is doing yoga, but I think she starts at 70.
Nice try. Nice try.
Do you see those videos where they're like, I didn't start lifting weights until I was 70, and they're buff? I'm like, well, I still got time.
It doesn't actually take that long to transform your body. It probably takes a year or two, but
a year or two
to transform, I don't know. I'm not an expert.
That's a long time.
Maybe it doesn't even take that long. Maybe you can do. Actually,
I better see results sooner than that.
I remember I had a gym membership for a while, and I actually had a personal trainer for a little while. Because I had a personal trainer, I went because I was like, money was being on the table.
Right.
And I remember. But I was so like, I would work out when I was there and I wouldn't work out for the rest of the week. Right. And nothing would happen. And she'd be, I remember she was like a boxer and she was super fit. And she was like, God, Jane, I would just love for you to commit for like a month. I'd love to see how much you could change your body. Like, it would be so cool. Commit? She was just, I would just love to see what happened if you actually just, because you would get fit so fast. And I was just like, oh, I love that you love that for me, but I'm not going to.
At least you were honest with yourself. I would do this. Because I wouldn't want to let them down. I'd be like, oh yeah, that's great. Let me sign up.
Nope.
I have wasted so much money.
I know,
on
and that's a
memberships
problem.
That I won't do it. I will not do it anymore.
No, it can't be a gym membership for me because because that threat of the money going down the drain did not work. So
I know, but then I have tried to sign up for classes.
Yeah,
of like, I love classes. There's other people there. But my schedule is so crazy that I'm like, oh, I can't make that Wednesday. Well, now I'm teaching. And now I've paid for 8 classes, gone to 4.
Yeah.
I don't look or feel any better, and I've wasted
exactly.
half
No, my oppositional defiance comes in and goes, you want me to wear one to do what? I don't want to fucking do that. I'm not going.
Do you think we have a problem?
Yeah, I do.
Oh, dear. Because I have oppositional defiance times 1,000.
Oh, exactly.
Yes.
I could put it in my own schedule. I've done that. I have. Oh, I didn't put it down.
I know, it's fine.
I put in my calendar. I even created a separate calendar in my Google Calendar, which is
How
my
many calendars do you have?
About 8. And it's my workout calendar. And every morning I have a workout in there. Every morning, 5 days a week. And
But if you don't look at
for
the
last
calendar,
3, no, I know it's there. I see it every day, and I ignore it every day. Every day, I'm like,
I have my to-do,
I
my
even
to-do
named
list.
them. This is my HIIT workout. This is my yoga workout. Like, it's so organized. It's beautiful.
I love organizing.
I
I don't
know.
like follow through.
I know. That's my problem. You and I are the same that way.
You know what? This is really good, but also really bad. Because who's going to help each other work out?
How are we going to do it?
I know.
I don't know.
I know.
I don't know. Stay tuned. We'll actually keep working on this one because we might figure it out.
Well, it is something that's weighing heavily in my mind. Not
Mine
only.
I don't want to be an old creaky person.
But my I don't know. But last night my fibro was like, I went to the property and the snow's melting, so I started picking up all
no.
We're not talking little sticks. We're talking huge
Big,
branches.
yeah.
So I just started, and I did it for half an hour, and my arms started to really hurt, and I thought, oh shit, I still have to go teach a class, and that has a little like 7-minute dance warm up in the beginning of it. And I'm like, I have to have the energy to do this. By the time I got to the class, I had no energy. I pushed through, but I don't know. I'm going, why is my fibro flaring so badly lately?
Okay.
But I'm not. But then I go, oh, I am not sleeping. But why am I not sleeping? I'm probably not sleeping because I'm not getting enough exercise during the day. But I'm not getting enough exercise during the day because my energy in my body hurts. Like, I'm in this little spiral, so I'm going to have to just push through.
Help me get this. This is not to put you on the spot because I'm really genuinely curious. It's like, but you can dance for 4 hours straight.
Right? Oh, I pay for it.
Oh,
the next morning. And Rich is like, well, why did you dance? I'm like, because there is music. Like, I have to buy new headphones because I lost I think I threw them in the garbage. I told you my big Bluetooth wireless headphones that I use at the property. If there's music, I will move my body. Rich has seen me, and I will have said like, oh, honey, I don't know, everything stiffs and whatever. Half an hour later, he just turns on music, and I'll start. If it's music I start moving, and he looks at me. I'm like,
is it the case that the more you move, the less your fibro is an issue? Like,
no,
if it's a little bit every day?
that's also a bad thing.
Okay, so how do you get
like,
into?
I don't. Movement is great. Movement is great for fibro. It's great. Stretching, massage, like a massage is the best thing. I can't afford one every day.
Right.
I'm not Lady Gaga.
Mm-hmm.
But movement's good. Stretching's good. But if you do too much, then it's bad. There's a fine line between keeping your body in motion and then doing so much that then you're screwed for the next 3 days.
Okay.
I'm not good at that line.
Okay.
But if there's music, like, when we have those dance nights and I dance for 4 hours, I can't move the next day.
Shit.
I love it. And if the music went on, I'd probably still move, but it would be slower.
Okay.
So
we have to find a happy medium for you, and we need to find motivation for both of us.
Yeah.
And that's something we're
if anybody has we love to hear tips.
Yeah.
We love to hear tips. We love to hear all that jazz. But yeah, I'm stuck, and I just don't think. I think that I'm sure there's other people out there feeling the same way, and know that you're not alone. And
you're not alone.
Like, if we ever find resolutions for this, we will share them with you.
Yeah.
I mean, I know what they are. I know they are habit forming. I know they are. Let's look at what's really
here. That's not the problem. We know it here.
Yeah. Why
really
are we
not pushing into action?
What is actually behind the lack of action?
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think it's laziness. Like, I don't, when you see these, my 500-pound life, it's not, I mean, when they're 500 pounds, yes, it's laziness because you cannot move that much weight.
Yeah.
But to get them there, it's always something emotional. It's always something
emotional.
It's always something that's stopping them, or thinking they can't, like that they will fail, or they're not good enough, or someone's told them.
Maybe we should just start walking every week.
Walking. Yeah. I've been reading. Walking is the best thing. Like, I know for our age, which is at the experienced age level. We're not old, we're experienced. Walking is great, but also weight training, like to build up muscle.
Yeah,
but I think what I do when I do I'm going to get this, I'm going to start a new me, time. I put too much. I
Pressure.
Walk, I weight train. I cut my diet.
Put one
I
thing
do this.
in.
Yeah. I just have to start walking, I think.
One thing. Maybe what we do is we commit next week to go for one long walk.
After a record.
Yeah.
Like, if we record, walk for an hour, then come back and do the rest of our business.
Yeah.
The rest of our business. Because we're business. We're podcast business ladies.
Business.
Business. I saw some guy I saw a reel.
Wait. Are we going to do that?
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay.
Pinky swear.
Pinky swear. I fucking hate walking. That was my oppositional defiance coming in.
I love walking.
I can't believe that. I didn't even. Oh my God.
And Jane has kiboshed it before it's even begun. Well, my friends, it was a good thought. You broke a pinky swear already.
It took me no time.
You broke a pinky swear, and we haven't even fucking done it.
It was my idea too.
Oh my God. You know what? Oh, no. Here we go. You know what we're going to do?
Okay.
We're going to put on headphones.
Okay.
And we're going to do that. Do you remember Camel Toe Lady, that video where she did the dance walk? We're going to dance walk. That's what we're going to start a dance walk club.
Oh my God.
We'll be dancing down the thing, and people will join us.
Oh my God.
And yeah, that's
okay, cool.
dance walking.
Cool.
Can you do dance walking?
Cool. Sure.
No, we're not doing dance walking.
No, we're going to do it. We're going to do it. It's funny. And inside me, I'm like, ugh.
Well, that means we have to do it. To me, I went, I would do that. That would be fun.
Okay, bring your running shoes, get some walking shoes.
Okay, so I'm going to, because the snow's melting. So that's what we're going to start doing. Even, you know what? Why an hour? Fuck that. Half an hour.
Sure, half an hour.
Half an hour.
Look at us go. An hour. Half an hour.
No, but we're just being realistic. Like, let's be don't put these over these things. Half an hour.
So that's 15 minutes some direction and then 15 minutes back.
That's
okay,
fine.
We'll start with that.
We're going to start with, we are starting with walking next week.
Fuck it for today.
No, it's too late. We started too late. So next week we're starting walking. So my friends, I guess what we're saying is laziness and procrastination is usually a fear or a sense of failure or some emotional block we have.
Worthiness issue.
That worthiness, which we've found ours maybe. Ooh. And we're going to try and work through ours.
Yeah, and you're not alone if you're struggling too.
You're not too. So cheers, my friends out there.
Cheers.
Till the next one.